Welcome to Koala Gardens. Valentine has been back in hospital having a health check, and this video is brought to you by my alpha producers, Jeff Anderson, Rich in Alaska, and Lynn. Thank you so much for your huge support, and a huge thanks to everyone who supports me through calendar sponsors, In the Loop adopters, ever-growing Patreon family. If you'd like to get involved, check the links in the description below and see some of the great perks you can get. And I want to acknowledge the Widjabul Waiwul people of the Bundjalung Nation, on whose land I'm so proud to live, work and play. Well, Valentine is giving us the look as he was released back into Bullet's favourite trees. I'll talk more as we get further in about why Valentine went in for the health check, but first let's celebrate the fact that he was given a clean bill of health and was back home pretty quickly. And here I am with Paul. Paul is one of the rescuers at Friends of the Koala. In fact, he is the rescue coordinator, and he brought Valentine back home. Valentine, get your act together, mate. He's only been in hospital for a week, but you can see, getting out of a cage and into the tree is not quite the same as running along and jumping up onto the tree, but Valentine knows this tree very well. It's one of his favourite trees. And did you see that? I'll slow it down again. Oops, the effort it takes to climb a tree sometimes, can make you lose it. However, there he is on a hefty branch and now looking down at us like, oh, I tell you, I am so glad to be out free again, and I know you can't climb this high. One of the most important things you can do to support what I do is make sure that you like all of my videos, leave a comment below, share them with all of your friends, tell everyone about me, and make sure you've subscribed and turned on the notification bell. It's really common that when you release a koala, they'll climb partway up the tree and then just stop and watch you for a little bit. Some people like to say they're saying thank you. I think that he is just basically getting his bearings, keeping one eye on us, and trying to decide just what he's going to do next. He's happy in this tree because he actually stayed in this tree for all the rest of the day and well into the evening. And at the moment, he's just deciding, is he going to keep watching us? Is he going to settle down somewhere, or is he going to go up for a feed? These are the big decisions in life for a koala. Do I sleep or do I eat? After a while, he decided, well, at least what I'll do is I will climb up a bit higher and check things out from another vantage point and take it from there. So with a bit of a reel on, up he went, and after a bit he settled himself into this little spot that I thought was hilarious. Look at the way he's reversed down and wedged himself in between these two branches. It gave him a great vantage point, lots of breeze up there. He could see all around. Now, he's quite high up, probably about 18 metres from the ground, and settled himself down to have a bit of a scratch and a grooming session while he got his bearings. Oh, what a huge yawn. They're a bit contagious, mate. Don't do that again. And here he goes. He's on the move again. I love how koalas often stop like this to have a good scratch on the way up or down a tree. These big old forest red gum trees have so many branches that branch out again and again. It's like trying to navigate quite a complicated road map. But he knows this tree well. So he's probably got a pretty good idea of just where it is he wants to go. He's still taking his time to read that little map that he's got in his head and make his decision on which part of the tree he's going to head up into. It can be quite fascinating watching them pretty much, think things through. And he decides that he's found the way he's going to go, and up he goes. So you can see what I mean. Now the tree forks, and so it branches into two directions, and he chooses which of those roads he's going to take and heads on up. And you can see there's another branch just behind the one that he's on, so they all just keep branching out and branching out. And sometimes I've noticed you can watch a koala and they're looking at a particular area of leaf and trying to figure which is the best branch to follow through to get to that spot of leaf. While he's having his little grooming session and deciding exactly where he's going to go out there on the tree, I'll just have a quick chat about what was going on. We know that late last year, 2024, Valentine had a bad ear infection and a low-grade chlamydial infection and went into hospital and had all of that treated, was vaccinated, came home. A few weeks later, Honeydew came out here to live, and she was a young hand-raised joey, vaccinated for chlamydia. She was only out in the wild for about 6 weeks when I noticed that she had some symptoms and took her back into the hospital, and she had chlamydia and had been mated and received it that way. So we weighed up the evidence and decided that we wanted to make sure that Valentine was okay, that his chlamydia had completely resolved. So I set up the trap, caught Valentine, took him in, and we thoroughly tested him, sent the samples down to Sydney and had them tested down there with a PCR, and he has been given a complete bill of health. So that means we don't know how Honeydew got infected, but we do know that our Valentine is A-OK. And finally, it's time to get back moving again. And which road to take? You can see why they need those thumbs on their feet, can't you? Yeah, really important stuff. And now I was like, oh, come on, Valentine, are you really going to try and do a little acrobatic trip? And he is indeed. It's not the big acrobatics, but look at that. Climbing from that little one, there you go, up onto the bigger branch to get out to the spot that's got the leaf that he wants to eat. Pull back so you can just see, what it's like for them moving about up through all of those different branches in the trees. And he had a good feed up there. You can see he's out, towards the end of the limb now, eating away, settled back home. And we hope to have Honeydew back home soon too. And guess what? You've done it. You've made it to the end of yet another Koala Gardens video. I hope that you enjoyed this and are as happy as I am to have him home again. So would you smash that like button and make sure you write in the comments below, welcome home, Valentine. Oh, thank you so much for watching. Loads more great koala video coming your way very soon. And just think about this. If you were looking for a gift for a friend, what better than to find a gift with a beautiful Koala Gardens design on it and support what I'm doing at the same time as you give something beautiful to a friend? Makes sense to me. Check out my Redbubble store. There's loads of great designs there.